Only on 4, a 9th grade football player continues to recover after injuries he sustained during football practice. Now the school district speaks out exclusively to us about how they handled the situation. The news of a 14-year-old seriously injured during football practice hits home for parents and school district officials in Weslaco.
Well, what happened to David is really unfortunate.
We first told you about David Anthony Sedna's life-threatening injuries almost a month ago. He was hit during morning football practice at Weslaco High School and ended up being flown to San Antonio for emergency surgery on his pancreas and intestines.
He was protecting the ball. He landed on top of the ball.
The 9th grader was immediately ill and went to the trainer. Weslaco Superintendent Dr. Ruben Alejandro says there were no initial signs of internal bleeding.
The trainer looked at him, did an assessment based on his experience and his background, and didn't really see anything that was that could be a major concern.
According to David's mother, there was no time to spare since the injuries were so severe, and weeks later he's back in that same hospital fighting off infection and high fevers. He's being fed through a tube now in his stomach since he can't eat. The superintendent says in any contact sport there is the threat of injury. He also says that day his trainers were there for David.
All our entire staff, including our coaches, are highly trained to address things like that.
The school district is covering all medical expenses for the teen, and money is being raised at football games and on campuses to help with extra money issues the family must face having to travel to San Antonio and stay there for weeks on end.
Food and, of course, gas to go back and forth. And of course, you know, with being out there with him, they're having to put their jobs on hold. So all of these are additional expenses that, you know, unfortunately, the insurance company does not cover.
The district maintains that they followed all protocol after David got hurt, and now they, like the family and community, are praying for his full recovery. Again, David's medical expenses are 100% covered by the Weslaco ISD, but his family is still in need of donations to help with travel and lodging expenses while they wait for David to recover. You can find the donations or make donations to benefit account for David A. Sedna at any IBC bank here in the Valley. I'll have that number on my Facebook page for you. And I posted pictures of David on my page and asked viewers to sound off on whether schools do enough to protect student athletes from injury. Mario Martinez writes, "Football is a physical sport which I played all my middle and high school years. Can't blame the coaches or anybody. That is the name of the game." But Mario Arroyo says, unfortunately, there are coaches out there who have no common sense. Everything has limits. Some of these teams go to the extremes during practice. These kids get burned out before they actually have to play. It's your turn. Tell me what you think about injuries to student athletes. I'm online right now at facebook.com/action4newsmarcy and on Twitter at MarcyKGBT.